For many of us, prayer is just a habit, maybe a safe place we run to in hard times. But what if prayer holds a power far greater than you imagine? What if destiny itself bends and shifts with the breath of a prayer? Stay with me until the end, because I'll share a secret that will change the way you think about prayer forever. This time, open your heart fully. For Ibn Arabi, prayer is not just a request. It is a journey into yourself, and at the same time toward the very center of eternity. He taught that prayer is not only your turning to God, but also God revealing himself through you. When you think you are calling on him, it is in fact he who is calling you back to him. This way of seeing turns the whole idea of destiny upside down. Picture a mother raising her hands when her child is sick. Tears run down her face, and she does not pray with words, but with the cry of her heart. At that moment, prayer is no longer just speech. It becomes vibration, a tremor of existence itself. And right there within the folds of destiny, a new path begins to open. In Sufi thought, destiny is not a frozen script. It is a frame, and prayer flows within that frame like water, shifting its direction, carving new channels, moving around stones, finding ways through the earth. It is never still. It is always alive. And here is something most of us overlook. A prayer does not need to show a miracle for it to be answered. Sometimes it changes us instead, and when we change, the world around us changes. It is not the outside, but the inside that transforms first, and that inner change spreads outward like ripples, quietly shaping destiny. Picture this. A man loses his job. He looks down in despair, but suddenly a voice rises from within. "My Lord, open my path." Those words are not just a sentence. They are a moment of surrender. And right there, unseen threads begin to move. Maybe nothing shifts that very day, but weeks later, an unexpected opportunity appears. Looking back, he realizes that prayer was preparing me for, as Ibn Arabi said, when a person prays, they are already being drawn into a destiny where the prayer is accepted. So it is not that prayer simply changes fate. It is that fate itself gives birth to prayer. Yet this does not mean destiny is fixed. On the contrary, within it lie endless possibilities, and prayer is the one conscious act that can touch them. This is not only a mystical idea. Psychologically too, prayer clears the mind, strengthens intention, sharpens focus. And when a person begins to walk toward what they intend, the universe walks with them. Have you ever wondered if destiny is not just what happens to you, but also the field shaped by your prayers? This is only the beginning. As we move forward, you'll see more clearly how prayer and destiny intertwine. And in the end, I will share a secret so powerful that you will never pray the same way again. Many people say, "I prayed, but it didn't work." But who decides what worked means? Perhaps you simply did not see the result. Perhaps the prayer shielded you from dangers you never noticed. Perhaps what you asked for is waiting for its right time. Sometimes a prayer is not denied, but delayed, held back until the right moment or until you are ready. And sometimes the prayer is answered not by changing the world, but by changing you. In Sufi thought, acceptance does not always mean your request comes true. Sometimes acceptance means the desire itself is gently taken out of your heart. And that is mercy, because not every longing will mature you. Sometimes what you must let go of is also part of your destiny. Ibn Arabi said, "What you think is acceptance is sometimes refusal. What you think is refusal is sometimes acceptance. For your Lord's decree is not tied to what you desire, it is tied to your truth." Do you see what that means? You may beg for something, but if it would take you away from your essence, it will not be given. Because prayer is meant to draw you closer to God, not to pull you farther away. Here, intention becomes the key. The essence of prayer is not words, but direction of the heart. When you truly surrender within, the prayer takes on another vibration. At that moment, it leaves an imprint on the fabric of destiny. For you are no longer just the one who prays. You become the prayer itself. Think of a man who rises every day at dawn. Quietly, unseen, he lifts his hands to the sky. For years, he has asked for the same thing. Perhaps it has not come to pass. Yet if you looked at his face, you would say his prayer has been accepted, for it has given him peace. His prayer has transformed him. The Sufis say prayer is like a hand knocking on the door of destiny. The door does not open every time, but over time that hand itself becomes the door. You knock so much that one day you and the door are no longer separate. You are no longer just someone asking, you are the very longing itself. There is another truth we often miss. Some prayers feel like they end in disappointment. It seems as if the voice rising from the deepest part of your heart has not reached the sky. But know this, God never stays silent. Every prayer is answered. Sometimes with yes, sometimes with not yet, sometimes with something better. Ibn Arabi explained it like this. A prayer triggers existence at a point in time, but that point may not be the moment you call now. When you expect an instant reply, it means you believe time is only straight and linear. But in truth, time is layered. Every prayer echoes in its own appointed moment. Think of a child calling out, "Father." The father may not answer instantly, but the sound echoes and he turns to seek its source. Your prayer is like that cry. It echoes across the walls of existence, and when the moment is ripe, the answer comes. That is why prayer is never a rushed act. It is an art shaped with patience, surrender, and trust. You cast a seed into the unseen, and like any seed, it needs time before it sprouts. This process is hidden from the eyes, yet it is one of the most real processes of all. And in this waiting, the greatest trap is doubt. Is my prayer truly heard? Does it even matter? These questions will come. Let them come, but answer them with the prayer itself. To every doubt, whisper an amen. With that, I mean you are not only saying yes to God, you are saying yes to your own life, to your own destiny. It becomes awareness of existence itself. Let me give you an example. A man lost his business, drowned in debt, and peace left his home. Every night he prayed until morning. My Lord, save me. Years pass and still nothing seemed to change. Until one night he realized something. All that time he had not been asking for help. He had only been complaining. That night his prayer shifted. He said, "My Lord, I do not know why I face these trials, but I am content. Only protect my heart." And in that moment the prayer was truly answered because he stopped fighting his destiny and surrendered. And surrender is the most powerful form of prayer. This is why Ibn Arabi said the true prayer is not the one made for acceptance, but the one made for union. Do not pray only to receive something. Pray to draw near. If prayer is a door, then the real gift is not the knocking, but what waits behind it. Peace. Here lies a fine line. When you pray, ask yourself, what am I really turning toward? Wealth, joy, relief, or only Him? In Sufism, this is where Tawhid comes alive. The merging of every prayer, every longing into one single direction to Him. Think of a young man who has failed again and again. One night in desperation, he falls into frustration and cries, "My Lord, please give me strength." The next morning, his body is as weak as before. But then he realizes what needed strength was not his muscles, but his heart. And that day he begins to discover an inner power. Because prayer does not always change the outer world. It transforms the inner one. It changes your eyes, your vision, your stance. And as you change, the world begins to reshape with you. Ibn Arabi captured this truth in one line. When you pray, it is not the outer world that shifts. It is the inner reality that awakens. This is why sometimes when you pray, it looks as if nothing happens. Yet in truth, that is often when the most is happening. Even in silence, there is a hidden grace carrying the answer. An unseen shift that quietly grows you from within. We must remember prayer does not race against time. Prayer bends time itself. And if you are patient at that bend, life can suddenly change. Sometimes you pray and the answer seems delayed, or rather it seems delayed to your sense of time. Ibn Arabi said, "Your time is not God's time." You wait, but He knows that one sentence alone can shatter all our modern impatience. Today, we want everything at once. We pray and we expect immediate results. When nothing appears, we doubt our faith or even ourselves. But what if the answer has already arrived in another form, at another point? Think of a woman who prayed for years. "My Lord, grant me a good husband." Yet no one came. In frustration, she finally cried, "Enough! I refuse this destiny." At that moment, something broke within her. But years later, she realized her prayers had never been wasted. It was not only a husband she was waiting for. It was her own maturity. And when that maturity came, the right person also appeared. By then, she was not only ready to receive, but also to share. So sometimes prayer does not give you what you asked for because it is preparing something greater. Ibn Arabi explained that destiny does not move in a straight line like we imagine. When you pray, even the past can take on new meaning. Your prayer, without you realizing, reaches across all moments of time. This is a mystery the modern mind struggles with, but the heart understands instantly. Prayer is not some vague energy. It is orientation. It is choosing a center and turning toward it. To pray is not only to ask, it is to surrender yourself. And here lies the essence. When what you asked for does not arrive, but instead a deeper awareness blossoms within you, then the prayer has already been accepted. At the start of this video, I promised to share a secret about prayer that is little known yet life-changing. Now the time has come. Ibn Arabi taught that the true power of prayer is not in changing outcomes, but in changing you. When you pray, it is not the outer world that shifts first, but the world inside you. Your frequency, your patience, your understanding, your way of seeing, all of these begin to transform. And as you change, the world reflects that change back to you. You may think I have altered destiny, but in truth, through prayer, you have become aligned with your destiny. Prayer does not create a miracle out of nothing. It awakens the miracle already within you. For when you pray, you are not only asking, you are also accepting. You are saying, I am incomplete and I long to be made whole. That is why Ibn Arabi said the one who prays is himself the answer to the prayer. The state you are in while praying, that is already the reply. Let me put it plainly. If you still have the strength to pray, then the answer has already set out toward you. So now I will ask you, what was the deepest prayer you have ever made? And when you prayed it, were you truly ready for it? Or was it only the cry of a wounded heart looking for escape? Were you seeking truth or only a way to escape? Share it with us in the comments, because your experience might open the door of awareness for someone else. And if what I've shared has stirred something within you, then one of the videos beside this one can carry the journey further. There you'll find other secrets hidden in the depths of Sufism. Perhaps your next step is waiting right there. Don't forget to click. Remember this, prayers may look silent, but their echo stretches across your destiny for centuries. Pause and let that echo reach you. If you learned something from this video, make sure to subscribe our channel and like this video. If you want to learn more, watch our other videos now on your screen. Thanks for watching.